In Brockton, we swing for the fences so we can touch home.
We coach in Brockton to instill the teamwork that builds a great winning tradition.
We do business in Brockton because here you can find a taste of home away from home.
We keep our company in Brockton because we love this city.
I study and learn in Brockton to achieve my goals.
When Brockton is home, everything is within reach. Here at McKinley Park, you know, this is a park that has been, I think, for a long time underutilized and to a certain extent ignored. I know Representative Dubois and I have both shared our frustration over the past number of years of wanting to get something done here. One of our obstacles on the city side, even prior to my arrival, has been that we usually are able to use CDBG block grant money to help do the playgrounds, and this particular location was not within a census tract that qualified. But a lot changed recently. And first, phase one of what you can't see on the other side of this big piece of equipment, but the beautiful brand new basketball court that was just constructed thanks to state money that Representative Dubois was able to obtain. And that was the critical first phase of this project, and already that court's only been in for a few weeks and it gets non-stop play. I drive by here all the time, and after school, evenings, Saturdays and Sundays, there are 15 to 20 kids out on that court constantly. So it shows, build it and they will come. Well, the court was built and they have come, and it shows us that the demand is here. There is a need here in this neighborhood. And we've really, as we've looked at, this is the 6th park and playground that we've been able to rebuild during our administration, and we really have tried to focus on neighborhood parks and playgrounds, and that's what this is. This park serves the entire neighborhood, and I think one of the things that really excites us about this playground is we know that there will be children that live in this neighborhood that can walk to the playground, and it will really get a ton of use. As we put this together, and I'm going to introduce you to all the folks, but I guess phase 2 began with a very generous donation from the New England Patriots Foundation. And Tim Carpenter, our park superintendent, was on the lead with our application. Paul Yamano from my office was assisting. And we were able to pursue a grant opportunity with the Patriots, made it into the second round, into the finals. And the project that Tim pitched to them was this potential project right here. And I was very excited when one day I actually got a phone call from Mr. Kraft to tell me personally that they had selected this project as the playground that they were going to donate in Massachusetts, one of 2 playgrounds that they were donating. So we do have Joe Dufour here from M.E. O'Brien. They're the playground equipment manufacturer, but this is basically a $150,000 donation from the Patriots to purchase the play equipment that will be installed here at McKinley Park. And that's really, yeah, let's hear it for the Patriots. Not just did the defense finally show up to a game, but they even gave us a playground. That's the key part. But then, in order to obtain this, it required that the city play a role, and the city had to agree to be responsible for the site preparation and the design and the engineering and putting in the foundation. And we knew we weren't immediately in a position to do that. So we reached out to Dave Howe at J. Dorenzo Companies. I know Dave is here somewhere. Dave, where are you? Yeah, right over here, Dave. Thank you. Dave's company, Jay Dorenzo, as a donation, is doing all of the site preparation work and coming in here, and it's a tremendous project that they're doing. And Dave, you know, this wouldn't happen without you, so thank you very much. And Dave gets the credit, but Dan Smith has actually been doing all of the real work. So Dan has been a key member, along with Scott Farrier, on the design and construction team here. And you know, the other piece of this is John Holmgren from J.K. Holmgren Engineering. And John, pro bono, has done all of the design and engineering work here and come up with a beautiful layout for us. So John, thank you very much. Now, I offer both of these guys a chance to come up and say a few words. You sure neither would like to come up and say a couple words? All right, all right. Well, without these two great Brockton companies, this project would not be able to come together. We would not have the available funds to pull this all together. So we are deeply indebted to both of them, and Dave's company is right around the corner, right up the street, and John grew up in this neighborhood and is actually coming back and giving back to the neighborhood that he played in as a kid growing up. So there's a lot of really neat aspects to this project. We, with the design work that Holmgren Engineering has done, another big win for this project is that this playground is going to become ADA accessible, which it is not right now. So this makes it open to everybody. And that was Scott and John figuring out how to do it, and Dave figuring out, and Dan, how to build it. But if you notice, Sheldon Street, the street up behind us here, is under construction. And that's part of the city's commitment. The city is helping with the infrastructure around here. So besides replacing the water service that needed to be updated, Sheldon Street is being redone. It's being widened a little bit. And in the design for the park, there will be six parallel parking spaces put in, 2 of them handicapped, 4 not. So now we've created a little on-street parking, but at the same token also that parking will connect directly with the ramp that will be ADA compliant and lead right down into the playground. So now this will be accessible to everybody. And I guess the final piece we were able to cobble together is the cost of the playing surface, the foundation. And I guess, Tim, is it okay to say what it is? Are we definitely going forward with the AstroTurf? Okay. So lots of times these playgrounds, you see some of the ones at the school are built on this poured rubber foundation, which is the new safe way to do playgrounds. No more wood chips anymore. Those don't qualify anymore. But we looked at an option with this that everybody loved, and when you see this, it's going to be neat. You got to picture this play set that's custom designed by Emmy O'Brien for the Patriots and has some Patriots logos and Patriots colors to it. And so instead of the poured rubber surface, it's going to be an AstroTurf surface, artificial playing field surface. So it's actually going to look like a section of football field right underneath the play equipment, but meet all the safety requirements. It's going to have the proper padding underneath. And we don't also think it's going to wear better in the long run. It's going to be easy to maintain, but it's going to make, this will be the only playground of its kind at the time we build it with the AstroTurf artificial turf playing surface underneath the playground. And it's going to give it, I think, when people drive by and look at it, it's going to be a very inviting place for kids to want to come in and play. And that the foundation costs we're able to put in from our community development block grant money. That's federal grant money that comes to the city each year. The city's contributing about $50,000 of that CDBG money to pay for the playing surface underneath the playground. So you can see this truly really is a private foundation, privately owned Brockton businesses stepping up, and the city kicking in where it can, and with the help with the state level with doing Michelle and the basketball court behind me, really everyone has come together to make this a great project. So we're really excited about it. Work will begin very shortly, and the plan is to have it in before winter. So it's an ambitious game plan, but Dan tells me we can do it. So as soon as the equipment gets here, we'll get to work on it. But in the meantime, in the meantime, Jay DiRenzo and Holmgren will begin their work very soon in terms of getting the site prepared and ready so that when the equipment comes, it'll be ready to go in. And we don't have a date yet, but as the date gets closer, we will have a community build day on the day that the playset is actually erected, and everyone will be invited to come down and be part of the day of construction of the actual playset. So, yeah, it's going to be an exciting day. I think it might be a little chilly that day, but we'll dress for it. It'll be worth it. So I do want to invite a couple of our local elected leaders that are involved in this project up to say a few words. So first, State Representative Michelle Dubois.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here with all of you. Just to give you a little geography lesson, I believe that Mr. Holmgren grew up across the street, right? And David is just right down the street. I grew up literally 2 houses away, and my legislative aide, Ann Audette, who some of you know, grew up just 4 houses away. So we were here every single summer day playing in the park. There used to be free lunches that were provided here, and I know that the Park Association would like to find a day that we can do that again for the kids. And thank everybody for being here, and I hope you'll join the McKinley Street Park Association. Thank you. Bye.
I remember growing up in the city when I didn't have any gray hair and so forth, and I was a lot thinner, but I had a lot of friends in the neighborhood here, and I didn't come for this park back in the day, but there's a little establishment down the street we used to go to get lunch and have a few, the Lincoln Club, which Joe Murray has done a tremendous job renovating, and a couple of the places around the corner in the village. We have a lot of great memories in this neighborhood here. And I'm very honored to be here as a part of the delegation, because none of us do it alone. We work as a team. Like the Patriots, and working together, we've continued to win. So thank you.
I want to thank everyone who had a hand in this. You know, the Patriots, the mayor, all of the people who came out and donated their time and their resources to getting this accomplished. It will be, I drive by this park every single day, and there are always kids out. There are always kids playing. Even with, even before the basketball court was redone, there were kids out there. So the work that's being done and the work that has been done so far is really, really a tremendous step forward, and it really does mean a lot to the area.
All right, well, just, once again, I want to thank the folks that are here that are making this project possible. John Holmgren with Holmgren Engineering and Dave Howe of J. DiRenzo Companies. Gentlemen, thank you so much. We could not do this project without you. Could not do it without you. So the next few weeks will be very exciting. You'll see the work beginning very soon, the construction work, the site prep. The work will continue on the street up above to connect, and then we will, as soon as we have the construct date, the community build date, we'll get that out. There will be a couple of other very exciting announcements regarding this project coming up in the near future. But for today, we appreciate everyone being here. Thank you to everyone that's making this possible, and within just a few weeks, we're going to have a great playground here at McKinley Park. So thank you. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Officially, ground is broken.
We're the largest privately held office supplier in the country right now, and it's coming out of Brockton, Massachusetts.
Kenworth has had a good experience in Brockton. The big selling point for Kenworth going to Brockton was easy highway access and a city that would be easy to work with to get a nicely renovated facility up and running quickly.
This is home. We love where we're at right now. And why would anybody not want to come to Brockton and go out there and try to shoot for the same kind of dreams with their company?
Business investments are helping to build a new Brockton.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to downtown Brockton, those of you that are visiting us from out of town. Any day that the Lieutenant Governor visits Brockton is a great day for the city. And it's our pleasure to have the Lieutenant Governor here with us today. This truly is a very exciting day, and the announcements that are being made today certainly will be another very important building block in the reconstruction of downtown Brockton. And during the almost 3 years now of the Baker Polito administration, The Lieutenant Governor has been a great friend to the city of Brockton. She's visited here regularly. Yeah, that deserves a hand. You know, it's one thing when they say, well, the Lieutenant Governor will be in charge of talking to the cities and towns, and they always say stuff like that. But this time, with this administration, you know, she's been tirelessly combing from one end of the state to the other. And for here in the city of Brockton, not only has she visited here regularly, but she's really taken the time to get to know the city. She's familiar with the city. She's got to know a lot of us. And we do truly appreciate your friendship and your leadership, Lieutenant Governor. And when she brings good news, it's even better. So without any further ado, please welcome the Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Karyn Polito.
It is an honor to be here this afternoon. In fact, I always love coming to the City of Champions. And it is one of our champions that first welcomed me to this city. And I do want to mention his name because I miss him, and that's Peter Marciano. And the Marciano family, as we all know, helped to put this city on the map. And today, we are able to make some announcements that will help the City of Champions continue to move forward. I want to acknowledge that we're here at Joe Angelo's place. And this is one of the first places I visited when coming here. And we're about to make an announcement that's going to improve this neighborhood and improve the quality of the neighbor adjacent to this building. And the specific announcement that I would like to make and then acknowledge the team that's made this day really come to be is that the neighboring building will be demolished and torn down. And that red X is there for a reason. And it will be demolished with an investment that the state is making to the cost of about $2.7 million to demolish and remove that building. And that will be the next phase of this project, if you will, being that the state now owns that building as of the January 2015. The second phase is the more exciting part of this project. This property will become the new home of the Department of Unemployment Assistance. The Department of Unemployment Assistance has an office here in Brockton at, I believe, 36 Main Street. That is an older building. It's not in a condition that is suitable for the work that needs to be done there by the team at the department that serves this region. So this new building will be designed and constructed to house the Department of Unemployment Assistance with about 34,000 square feet in a 3-story structure. And on its main level will be a call center that will be open and accessible floor plan that will really help the team there conduct their business and better serve this region of our Commonwealth. The total cost commitment that the Commonwealth is making toward the design and construction of this building is estimated to be $23 million. And we will work with you in making sure that 36 Main Street is repurposed and used in a manner that will be conducive to further opportunity here along the Main Street corridor. Now, when I first met Mayor Carpenter, it was in the early part of our administration. I think it was day 2 when I came into office. And I reached out to the mayor, just wanted to ask him if I could come visit the city and learn about your priorities. And it was a cold, wintry day, and I remember taking a walk with the mayor, who, like me, is not a taller person, and he walks really fast, and I kept up with him all the way. And he took me to this property first and said, the Ganley building is a gateway for Brockton. It is the first place that is visible to someone driving down the main corridor coming into this city, and we need to change this. And you beat that drum for a very long time, helping our administration with ideas and, more importantly, focus on coming to the right result to make this property turn into something that can be very productive and a much more beautiful gateway to this city. I want to thank the mayor for his tireless leadership for this city. It's the most important asset that this city has, is the leadership. The people who get up every day, work for the city, who are part of the public workforce here in the city of Brockton, the state delegation, and the people who care and believe and worry about this city, every bit of it. And your mayor is the leader of that. My main message today is that this is a city that is prepared for opportunity. That when there is a private developer or the state looking to do business with you, you are all there. Just recently, when we worked through relocating the district attorney's office on Main Street, you worked very closely with us to make sure that that would happen as well. And I just want to say, keep doing what you're doing, because it's working. It's moving this city forward. It's people like W.B. Mason.
You know, the Lieutenant Governor mentioned earlier the teamwork at the state level and with the Karyn Polito administration. And when we came in with our administration almost 4 years ago, we knew that along with fighting crime, turning around this city's economy was going to be one of our biggest challenges, and redeveloping this city. And so I recognized early on that we needed to have a team here, and we've got a great team of economic development leaders. Rob May, our Director of Planning and Economic Development, came in during our first year. He's been a visionary with many of the plans that we've made. But we also have, and just seeing some others around, Robert Jenkins from the Redevelopment Authority, and Bob Malley from the Parking, and our CFO, Jay Condon, along with the Chamber of Commerce and the B21st Corporation. And I think that one of the keys to our success over the past 3.5 years is the fact that we've got a team of folks together that are all working together to get this city turned around, and the results are becoming apparent already. And we certainly do appreciate the relationship with the administration, as we've been able to develop a downtown action strategy. And we've been able to take advantage of a number of the various state incentive programs and bring them into the downtown. We've expanded our 40-hour Smart Growth District. We've established HDIP, Housing Development Incentive Plan, that's only available in gateway cities. We've established a TIF so that we can offer tax incentives to bring investment downtown. We've created district improvement financing so that as we have an increase in property tax growth revenue in the downtown district, we put it right back in. Because what's one of the real keys with the investment that's being made by the state today, other investments that have been made by the state and the city, is that we need to make the public investments in infrastructure in order to attract private investment dollars. And that's what we're doing. We're leveraging these key investments like the parking garage, like the new DUA building, to attract private investment around them. And we are attracting millions of dollars of private investment. So this, we cannot say enough about what this will mean to the future of the downtown. This is a catalytic project, just like the parking garage at the other end of the downtown. And it really is a huge step forward for the city. You know, at the Eastern Gateway coming into the city, and I see Bob Ham from W.B. Mason is here, as you come in on Route 123 from Abington from the east into the downtown, where the WB headquarters is, there's a $1.3 million grant we received from the state, that project just being finished up with the reconstruction of Center Street between Montello and Main, along with the streetscape project and other improvements. And that was a key piece in linking not just the Eastern Gateway coming into the city, but linking the commuter rail station with the downtown, something that had been missing before. But now as we come over to this side of the downtown, we know that by far the most popular avenue into the downtown business district is Belmont Street, Route 123 coming in from the west. And for as long as I can remember, when you hit that lights at the end of Belmont Street at Main, the first thing you saw was a vacant, abandoned building. And that impacts the perception of every person who's coming into the downtown before they've even had an opportunity to get out of the car. And what it will mean now to this city in the future, that when all of that traffic comes down Belmont Street into the downtown and comes to a stop and looks at a beautiful, brand new, state-of-the-art, 34,000 square foot office building, and instead of seeing vacant and abandoned, they're going to see new and technology and thriving, and that will help us change the perception of all the other things that are going on here downtown. So, Lieutenant Governor, thank you. So this is going to conclude the official part of the program. Maybe we'll get the Lieutenant Governor to hang around for 1 or 2 more minutes, but we appreciate everyone being here today, sharing this news with us, and we'll just keep building a city. Thank you.
In Brockton, we swing for the fences so we can touch home.
We coach in Brockton to instill the teamwork that builds a great winning tradition.
We do business in Brockton because here you can find a taste of home away from home.
We keep our company in Brockton because we love this city.
I study and learn in Brockton to achieve my goals.
When Brockton is home, everything is within reach.